Hi guys, and welcome to the show. And today we are going to take a look at some books I got for Christmas. One in particular. Now we're not going to focus on some of these beautiful art books. I got another book on jewellery, and of course somebody very close to me gave me this fantastic book. Very relevant obviously because of the channel. We had to have something about World War II. As you guys know, I'm fascinated by the history of the period, so I'm definitely looking forward to reading that. Then a very new book by Richard Rogers. You guys, if you've been following me long enough, you know he's a bit of a hero of mine. This is a fantastic book, all about his architecture and pretty much his philosophy behind his design. And I'm not sure, but I think that might be his famous below, if you guys recall the video I did. So really chuffed to bits with that. But this is the book we are talking about today. An absolute essential for any Rolex collector. You guys know I'm a big Rolex fan. So let's roll the intro and have a closer look at this fantastic book on Rolex. Now, of course, before I look at the book in closer detail, I'll do a quick wristwatch check if this camera ever decides to focus correctly. There we go. Yes, it's the Omega, my World War II Omega pilot's watch. I have it on a NATO strap. Unfortunately, the NATO strap is 20mm and the lug width is only 18, so it is oversized, but that blue I feel works very subtly but perfectly mirrors the or echoes the color scheme of those stunning blued hands. So yeah, Rolex's arch rival nemesis Omega. But anyway, that is wristwatch check. Let's have a look at this book. As I said, I received it for Christmas. Wonderful size, perfect for a kind of tabletop book. This is the hardback edition. I'm not quite sure if it comes in paperback, but I do like this hardback edition because in a moment you'll see why. So let's just open it up, and as you can see, we have some of the graphics of the insides, the movement, really nice detail. So this book is, and you can find it on Amazon, it's written by Osvaldo Patrizzi and Mara Cappelletti. I'll leave a link in the description below of a video I did of 10 essential accessories every watch enthusiast should consider. Books were, of course, high on the list. I featured another book on Rolex before, The Story of Rolex. Fantastic book, very affordable. Anyway, so it's a very simple, this is a great overview, especially if you're new to Rolex. As you can see, details of style, the history, the legend, the icons, so the important models, the timeline, the models a little bit more in detail, record vintage pieces, so this talks about pieces that have been auctioned off at insignificant pieces, the technology, glossary, and of course a bibliography at the end. As we see there, we have the essential components. We look at the crown, of course, the markings on the dial, the rehort, the famous bracelets, the oyster there, the cases themselves, because of course this is all integral to Rolex. It goes on, the pushers, the progression of and as you see, the layout is very, very simply done, very clear, nice spacing, very easy to understand, and this is why I love this book so much, and I really feel it was necessary to share it with you guys. So the first section is the history and the legend, the founding of the company, Hans Wilsdorf himself, of course, the early Rolexes, the first wristwatch, which was, I think this was 1905, the very first ones in the 1920s, the first oyster case, of course, the 30s, with these very Art Deco models, and then right up to the more contemporary, the Daytona, the Yachtmaster, the Submariner, 1950s, etc., etc., and then the modern company. So nice overview, including the sponsorship. This is my favorite section, looking at the icons. So the early chronographs, oh god, look at that. And this is something I really like about this book. The pictures are massive. If you look at the scale, my comparison of my hand to the pictures, they are lovely, high quality, beautifully printed. Oh gosh, look at these. Look at these. And of course we have even the Panerai, the early Jubilee. I had no idea the Jubilee went back that far. Beautiful timeline. So we got the founding of the company all the way, you know, significant pieces like the Sir Edmund Hillary Explorer there, all the way to the 60s and then the 70s, all the way into the noughties. Well, do you guys say noughties? We say noughties, but yeah, the 2000s. Iconic models, and of course you got the Paul Newman Daytona there, the Oyster Perpetual. You never see these ones. These are the very, very rare, the prized custom enameling dials. Just amazing. Anyway, we'll skip through. Then there's some really gaudy blinged out ones, as you can see. The Datejust, you know, the breakdown of all that. My personal favorite, the Explorer. There we go, from 1953. If you missed my recent Explorer video, I talk about its history. There's the Explorer 2, introduced in 71. The more contemporary Explorer 2. There's Subby, dear old Subby. There we go, 1953. There's a lovely gold sub, but look at that image. Just look at that big picture. You know, the printing is impeccable, and this is why I rate this, because so many books, the quality, the photographs, and you want to see these beautiful watches in high quality and in really nice definition. I mean, even the feel of the page is nice. There's even a luxurious feel to the page. I've seen some shoddy printing, trust me. Pepsi, which of course you guys know I'm a big fan of. Day dates, lots of day dates. Look at that. Anyway, I'm not going to share everything. Oh god, is that a rattrapant? My god. Oh yes, so this is the section about record-breaking auctions. So, you know, if you guys remember, I talked about this particular one, the Great Escape Rolex. British officers during World War II, and they used it to time the construction of the tunnel that in the camps where they were being held by the Germans, of course. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that column wheel. Oh my god, and with the extra rattrapant split-second chronograph. That is really cool. Look at the printing, the size of that photograph. Fantastic. We got a day date. What is that? It's a triple calendar, which they haven't done for a while. My god, that is a classy. So that got, how much did that raise? So that went for $614,000 in 2012 in a New York auction. The Dato Compacts, I presume is how you pronounce it. Oh god, Daytonas. I love the early Daytonas. The new ones just don't do it for me, but the Paul Newman certainly does. God, look at these. These are gorgeous. It's basically horror porn, you know, horological porn, basically. Look at that enamel dial. Don't see that done anymore. But yeah, stunning, guys. I wholeheartedly recommend this book. Let's not even go into the movement porn bit. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I totally recommend this book. Well worth every single penny. Probably my favorite gift so far of Christmas, although I did get some fantastic other bits and bobs. But yeah, I had to share it with you guys. I totally recommend this book. You can get it on Amazon. I'll leave a link down below. So yeah, very quick video, but a great introduction and overview of Rolex. A must for every Rolex collector, and you know, you guys know the books are just as collectible as the watches themselves. So I'm going to leave it there. Let me know your thoughts, queries, comments, opinions, especially any books that you recommend down in the comments below. Thank you very, very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and found it useful, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, guys, ciao.